Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Patients on Demand. This week, I'm Christine Walker, and I am so excited to be talking to you today about a topic I get questions on all the time. So if you've been listening, you know a little bit about what we do here at PT Website Secrets, and that we build websites as actually a marketing channel, as something that can help you grow your PT business, grow your clinic in the marketplace, help you achieve independence from other referral services, help you generate your own inquiries, and really let you own your business, because then you're not dependent on other people for sending you clients, which is scary, right? Nobody wants to be dependent on one physician, or nobody wants to be dependent on just the gym location they're in, because as we discovered, crazy things can happen in this world. Things can shut down, people can retire, gyms can close. And we want you to be an independent business owner. So that being said, a lot of times we have found that we have people who are very interested in what we do with their websites and turning them into online sales reps. And in the past, I must confess, we ran into a unique problem, because they would come to us and we would get their websites fully transformed and they would be ready to go. And then we made the mistake of thinking, oh, great. That means everybody's going to have whopping success. So it's a little bit of a confessional here, right? And guess what? A lot of people did. But then there were these people who didn't. And we're sitting there like, what is going on? And so we dove deep into their numbers. The best part about the fact that we only take on clients who we develop long-term relationships with and work with continually is that means when things aren't going the way they want, we have all the data, we've been tracking it, we look back and we figure out exactly why weren't these websites getting leads? Why were some people getting literally 10, 20, some 90 inquiries off their website each month, turning them into tens of thousands of dollars worth of patients. And then other people were just getting a couple. Turned out the reason was really simple, way more simple. And honestly, it's something I was kept up at night about. And it was simply the fact that we'd worked with amazing business owners who had amazing clinics and nobody knew about their clinic. In other words, they weren't tracking before they came to us how many people were visiting their old website, and they had no idea. And then we put together this amazing website for them. It's working like an online sales rep. It's working for them 24/7, and nothing happened. Or maybe a little bit happened here and there, but not enough. And we're like, what? This should work. Well, guess what? They were like 5-star hotels in the middle of the desert. Nobody knew about them. Nobody was looking for them, and nobody was finding them on live. Crushing, right? Like, you do all this, do this whole transformation process, right? Go through the whole thing. And then there's crickets, because nobody knows about your clinic. And at the time, it was devastating, because we didn't have the capacity. We didn't have the ability to then do anything other than just coach them at that point, right? So we were in this position where we could coach you through, what do you do when no one knows about your practice? And that's what I want to talk to you about today. What do you do when nobody knows about your practice? Because this was what we ran into with a good handful of clients. And we wanted that to change. Like, I'm sorry, I am just too dedicated. I myself, being a PT clinic owner in the past, like, I just want everybody to succeed. And I know that's not possible, and I have to let some expectations go. But I want to give everything we can from this company to help people succeed. And at the time, like, all we could do was coach them. And so I want to share with you today what we coached with them and what we tell them when their traffic is just not where it needs to be, and the number of visitors are not coming to the website like they should. That's where I want to start today. The little hint here that I want to share with you that you may not know is we have actually started to have a solution to this problem, and have a solution to how we can make sure now traffic gets to people's websites, even if nobody knows about them. So it's really exciting. But let's first go over the 3 things I used to coach people through on what you can do if you have no traffic. Okay. There's really 3 main areas. Number 1, you've heard me talk about this before. Maybe you've read my book and seen me mention it then. It's called hustle style marketing. It's what a lot of people do to get off the ground at the beginning. And there are some huge advantages to it and huge disadvantages, right? And that's why people have a really love-hate relationship with it. So what is it when I talk about hustle style marketing? We are talking about going out and networking in community, doing community events, going and meeting with people, whether it's doctors, gyms, other professionals, etc., going to networking groups, maybe having a booth at the farmer's market. We are talking about getting your name out there and going and making as many connections as possible. That way, people will get to know you and you'll get to know them, and you're more likely to cross refer, and therefore the name of your business will grow. It's also things like really pushing hard that your clients refer a friend. I'm trying to think of a few other off the top of my head. It's doing maybe list swaps where you send out an offer to the people you have on your list and they send out an offer to people on their list. It's anything you can think of. It's organic social media marketing. It's posting on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. It is doing Facebook Lives, doing Reels, whatever is the hottest thing of the day, and really just pushing. I call it hustle style marketing because really, that's exactly what it takes. A lot of hustle, but the advantage is it's free. It is free from a monetary standpoint. Now, it is not free from a time commitment standpoint. Time, money, like we can't win both battles, honestly. You got to accept that early on in your business or even later on in your business if you haven't accepted it already. It is free from the point of putting most things on your credit card. Okay. But instead of spending your money, you've got to spend a ton of your time doing it. For some people, that works out. That's the route they want to go. Great. More power to you. Like, let's go rock. But for other people, it's maybe not an option. And that was the case in my boat. I was on bed rest. I couldn't go out and do all these hustle style marketings. Some of you have kids, families, sick loved ones, other responsibilities. You just can't. And at that point, you've got to have the honest conversation with yourself of, if I can't go hustle, I'm going to have to pay. Period. Like, let me just make this black and white for you because I think enough coaches don't do that. It's either time or money. Okay. So if you want to stay in the time zone where all you're doing is spending your time, you stay with the hustle style marketing. That's what you do. Now, on the flip side, if you want to speed this process up, you've got to look to more paid options. Remember, this is all after, I'm not sure I made this clear at the beginning. This is all after you have your online sales rep, your patient generating machine, because you don't want to go waste all your time or waste all your money on something that takes people back to a website that's just a website and it doesn't convert. Then you're getting no return, mind you, right? So we don't want that. This is after you have your online sales rep. Your number one option, or your first option, I'm not saying it's number one, it's the best. First option is the hustle style marketing. Okay. Option number 2. This is where we have to start talking about paid methods, which means your first option, and the option a lot of people take, is paid advertising. Now, on the surface, this is why, and this is what's the advantages of it and the disadvantages of it are. Paid advertising, meaning things like paid Facebook, Instagram, Google marketing. Okay. A lot of people look to that next. And the reason is because it can provide instant results. In other words, if you pay Google enough money and you pay somebody enough money to set up your ads properly and you outbid all your competition, like, you'll have people clicking in the next few days after setting it up. And that's great news, right? You're like, yeah, fantastic. Let me get those people in. Well, that's an amazing move. I've seen it work for people, but I've also seen it not work. The mistakes people make are they actually try to do it on their own. They don't hire somebody to do it. That's a problem. They, they actually don't understand how much money they need to put to it. So they're just doing things like $5 a day on certain ads and being like, oh, this doesn't work. It's like, you're not paying enough money. Okay. Number three, we're also just seeing that the quality of leads from that can be really hit or miss. Really hit or miss. Honestly, I've had people come to us all the time and be like, what do I do for ads? Like, why isn't this working? This company has just told me, wait 3 more months and the results will get better. But all I keep doing is spending money and seeing nothing. I had one of my clients recently come and they're like, I'm firing my Google Ads people because, to be honest, I got 4 fake phone numbers and I just can't keep paying for fake information. And you know what? Ads are that way, right? People are skeptical of ads. And that's one of the downsides to ads is they're marked as ads. People know it. And the vast majority of people these days, when they're studying behavior on the internet, are scrolling past the ads at the top of Google rankings to go straight to the organic results because they know they're ads. They know people are just paying to be there and they actually want to see what Google is saying has the best information for them. Talk to a lot of my people, and when I ask them, I'm like, so do you ever click on the ads at the top? And they're like, no, I always scroll past them. I'm like, do you think your patients might be doing the same thing? Yeah. So really interesting studies out there if you want to Google some of it. But the advantage is you could be getting clicks in days because you pay them enough money. And to be realistic, you're probably looking at between $1,500 and $2,000 a month is what you're looking at, because between paying somebody to do it right, which trust me is worth it, and some ad spend, you're looking at a bare minimum of about $1,500 to $2,000 a month for ads. So you do your reverse math, you find out exactly how many clients you need to break even on that, and then exactly how many people you'll need then to make a profit off of it, the profit you're looking for. So that's number 2. Your third option is to get ranked high organically. Now, the reason I did not mention this as a free option is because doing it as a free option will not get you results anytime soon. I will actually argue, kind of like Facebook ads, Google ads, if you're not spending enough money on it, if you're paying somebody only $500 a month to do your organic search rankings, to do your SEO, you're probably not going to get the massive results you want to really flood your practice, flood your online employee, get the inquiries you want offline. They're not doing enough. So what you're looking at with organic search ranking is, how high can I rank? How high can I rank? Can I get to the top 3 of Google? Can I get to the top 3 of the maps rankings? How do I get there? Once again, something very, very difficult to do on your own, kind of like Google ads. You'll waste a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of frustration, something you need help with. And that's what's massive. We've seen some amazing results lately with going this way for our clients. We have seen clients double their opt-ins in less than 7 weeks. Now, a lot of people are thinking, SEO, doesn't that take 6 months before I see a result? Only if you're paying the cheap SEO people. Seriously, you should start to see movement within the first 30 to 60 days. And I mean massive movement. We've got clients now ranking top 3 for 75% of their starting keywords in less than 8 weeks. It's pretty amazing. The results they're seeing then is doubling opt-ins, increased percentage of people opting in. It's fantastic. So it's getting more clicks organically. In other words, getting you ranked up. Now, SEO, a lot of people think they're like, oh, don't you just do that one time? It's like Google ads, you guys. As soon as you stop paying, things start changing. It's like showering. You can get, you can maybe skip a shower for a day, but after that, things start to go downhill fast. Okay. So this is your third option, is getting ranked high and keeping yourself there, and then continuing to get ranked higher for even more words and more words and more words over time. That's how you dominate your local area and your local maps. Super, super, super important. All right. Disadvantage to that. It isn't instant. It's not overnight. Like, you're probably not going to get clicks 3 days later just from starting SEO, but it doesn't take as long as you think. It doesn't take 6 months. we're showing how quickly you can get ranked in under 2 months. And that, if you haven't noticed my change in language, is we. After all this, after looking at all of our clients and like, what in the world, like, how can we help them? They don't have time to go do the hustle style marketing. They failed with all these other Google Ads clinics. And to be honest, we're not a Google Ads expert agency. We've never claimed to be, we never want to be honest. We don't have the infrastructure built out right now to go help people with Google Ads. And there's a million other people out there that you can go try. But what we can do is get you ranked high. Even if you're not on our program right now, not one of our current clients, we can get you ranked top in your area on maps. And that will crown you, maybe is the better word, the celebrity in your town, because you'll be showing up everywhere. Your name's going to be everywhere. Maps, searches, all of the above. So those are your 3 ways how to get traffic, some pros and cons of each. Hustle style, paid advertising, paid Google search ranking, also known as SEO or search engine optimization. Those 3. Where do you need to go? Now, I forgot to address the cost. When it comes to the third one, we've got free. We've got usually about $1,500 to $2,000 a month. And on the third option, you're looking at the lower end of Google ad spend for sure. But you're looking at a higher return. So here's the thing, a lot of keywords on Google going to cost you about, on average nationally, physical therapists near me and stuff cost about $5 to $15 a click. So let's just average that out to 10. I know it's going to be different in your area. That's why I'm doing averages here. If you're doing an ad spend of $1,000 and paying your company $1,000, that gets you about 100 clicks, potentially, right? If all goes well. The amazing thing with getting your search engine rankings up is for the same or less amount of money, you can get more like in the 300 to 500 plus more clicks. You'd be spending over twice as much on ads to get the same number of traffic. Think about that. That's some math magic. I love math magic, and I love when that works out. So anyway, back to where we're going here. 3 ways to not be the 5-star hotel in the middle of the desert, but the 5-star hotel that is number 1 on the map. Number 1 when people search for the best hotel to go to around. You need to pick one, at least one, in order to get your online employee, your online sales rep, that website working for your business. If this is something you're interested in, it is something we now offer. It's like super exciting. I feel like I'm announcing this for the first time in a bigger public sense. It is something we now offer. We call it our 3-pack organic attack. I'll talk to you guys more about that later. But for our 3-pack organic attack, if it's something you're interested in, just shoot me an email. Shoot us an email at service@ptwebsitesecrets.com and just say interested in 3-pack organic attack or interested in SEO or interested in ranking higher. We'll know what you're talking about. And we can talk about if that's a good fit for you. And like I said, even if you're not a current client, we can still work with you. It's our first ever offering that is not for, you don't have to be a current website client of ours to actually work with us. So excited to share you guys with this big news that I've been kind of hiding for a little while. And I can't wait to talk to you guys about getting you the results you deserve, you need, and ways to grow your business, because that's what this is all about. We'll talk later. Bye.